Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to see some coping mechanisms for anxiety, especially for exam, right? How to just reduce the anxiety that you incur from the exam, right? So because exam anxiety is, I think it's a common issue among students, especially for university students. But it can be changed or managed or reduced with the right strategies or mindset, right? In this video, we are going to see some steps or tips and tricks dealing with exam anxiety in more detail. So I will share you some tips and tricks from my experience, right? So the first strategy is preparation, because preparation is the key, right? So you have to start studying well in advance, right? The last minute cramming can increase anxiety, right? You have to break your study material into smaller and manageable chunks, right? You have to create a study schedule and stick to it, and use effective study techniques such as maybe active learning, summarizing and teaching the material to somebody else, right? You have to just use active learning, effective study techniques. You have to, if you are just studying some materials, you have to teach for others for better understanding, to get more insights from that course, right? You have to summarize the course that you are just studied, right? That you have covered. You have to just learn from the websites, different platforms, especially for Google, YouTube, or some platforms, some websites, right? You have to utilize them, right? Second step, you have to develop a good study habits, right? You have to create a comfortable and distraction-free study environment, right? You have to take regular breaks during study sessions to rejuvenate your mind. You have to incorporate your relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation, or listening to maybe calming music during breaks, right? This may help you, right? Step 3, practice self-care, right? Practice self-care. You have to get sufficient sleep before the exam. Lack of sleep can increase anxiety, right? You have to just get enough sleep. You have to make sure that you are asleep well, right? You have to eat balanced diet, avoid excess caffeine and junk foods, right? You have to just engage in physical exercise regularly, as it helps you reduce stress and improve concentration, right? Step 4, build confidence. This is also the key, right? You have to focus on your strengths and previous accomplishment, right? You have to just concentrate on your strengths part. Use just positive affirmation to boost your confidence. You have to visualize success and imagine yourself performing well in this exam, right? This is also the key, right? You have to use your confidence to just become more productive, right? Step 5 or strategy 5, implement effective study strategies or structures, right? You have to break down the exam syllabus or topics in smaller sections or chunks, right? You have to just break down the study material in smaller and more simpler way, right? You have to create summary notes or flashcards to review regularly. You have to practice solving past exam papers or sample questions to just familiarize yourself with the format and identify areas that need improvement, right? And also you have to organize or join study groups to discuss and clarify doubts with classmates, right? You have to seek help from teachers or tutors if needed, right? If you need, you have to just seek help from your teacher or from your tutor if you need it. So step 6, you have to manage exam day anxiety. Get good night's sleep before the exam. Eat healthy breakfast to fuel your brain. Arrive at the exam location early to avoid rushing and additional stress. You have to take deep breaths to relax before beginning the exam. read instructions carefully and plan your time accordingly. If you feel anxious during the exam, take a few seconds to close your eyes, breathe deeply and regain your focus. Right? Implement these strategies. Strategy 7, gain perspective. Right? Remember that exams are just one measure of your abilities and not just a reflection of your worth as a person, right? Right? So you have to maintain a balanced perspective and avoid catastrophing, worst case scenario, right? You have to remind yourself that you have prepared the best of your abilities, right? And trust in your knowledge and skill. That's the key that you have to do, right? Step 8, you may need to seek support, right? Seeking support from others. You have to talk to friends, maybe families, or monitor abilities your this anxiety, right? You have to, because they can provide emotional support and encouragement, right? You have to call for within your families, right? They may encourage you, they may just support you within just different thoughts, right? So it's like that. So you have to consider talk to a school counselor or mental health professionals for additional guidance and support, right? Remember, reducing exam anxiety takes time and practice, so the more you implement the strategies, the better equipped you will be to manage your anxiety effectively and perform your best in exam, right? So, I hope you enjoyed the video. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. So I will see you next time. Have a nice time.